Guys, don't send him down because I need homeboy to sign an affidavit. Yeah, Benjamin. So don't send him down yet, please. Is River Bar?
Yes, page 13.
Morning, Miss River Bar. Ma'am, you were charged with assault and bodily injury. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On February 9th, 2025, the officer made contact with the complainant, who advised that she and her husband and friends were outside by their motor vehicle hanging out, and the defendant was saying things to them about them being illegal. The complainant and the defendant started getting into a verbal argument, and the defendant started to attack the complainant while the defendant was holding her baby and was reaching around the baby trying to fight. The complainant advised she sustained injuries during the assault and was in pain and was in fear for her life. The officer observed the complainant to have scratches and whelps on her right arm.
Hate crime? Ms. River Bark, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with these people and not to be in possession of any weapons. If I find that you're a danger to my public, and I don't care who it is, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail, and I'm going to make your bond sky high. Do you understand? Do we know if alcohol played any kind of part in this?
There's no allegations of alcohol, Your Honor.
And filing those conditions, no contact, no going within 1,000 feet of where this person lives or
Yes,
works, and then no weapons, please.
Yes, Judge.
Ms. Riverbark, you have the ability to hire a lawyer. Okay, we're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. I will have you sign a receipt of Victoria. After that, I'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and then you'll be free to go, man.
This way. All right, Judge, next is case 14, Singleton. Come on up.
Good morning, Ms. Singleton.
Good morning.
And you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. The officer was dispatched to an apartment complex on Dominion Park Drive and met with the complainant, who advised that the defendant is her roommate. The complainant stated that the two had a verbal argument over rent, which led to the complainant gathering the defendant's personal belongings and throwing them outside of the residence and onto the ground. Approximately 100 feet from the front door, the defendant then walked towards the complainant and struck her on the face and torso with a closed fist, causing the complainant to lose balance and fall to the ground. The defendant continued to strike the complainant until the defendant's boyfriend pulled her away. The complainant advised she felt pain.
Singleton, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this person. It looks like a protective order was issued on the 8th of this month. I would get to know it, because if you do something to violate the protective order, like go to the house that's listed in this thing, even if they give you permission, the state can and will file a violation of protective order. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. Do you understand? You're also not to be in possession of weapons as well, ma'am. No contact, no weapons. Ma'am, do you have the ability to hire a lawyer? Okay.
I can.
I'm sorry?
I can.
You don't want to apply for a court-appointed lawyer?
Thought I had one.
No. You have one during magistration just for that very purpose, but that it ends at that stage. It doesn't carry with you forever. So at this moment, you don't have a lawyer. Do you want one?
May I have a court appointed?
Okay. I have an application on file, Deputy Mayor. Don't worry.
Oh.
I have an application already on file. I will have you sign a receipt of Victoria. Don't be a danger to my community, because I only have one place for you if you are. Do you understand?
Sure.
You won't get another warning.
All right, Judge, next is case 15.
Can you file no contact, no weapons? Good morning, Ms. Spicer. You speak English?
Yes.
Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On February 8th, 2025, the officer was dispatched to a maroon SUV driving on 4 flat tires, swerving with a female driving at Hickory Downs Drive. The officer located the motor vehicle with all 4 flat tires and observed the motor vehicle impeding the flow of traffic due to the condition of the vehicle. The officer observed the vehicle turn left and then right and initiated a traffic stop. The officer made contact with the defendant, the driver, and sole occupant. The officer observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, watery bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and stumbling, with the defendant drinking 1 beer at 5 p.m. The officer conducted a standard field sobriety test, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 4 out of 8, 1-leg stand 1 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and declined to provide a sample. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Okay, any prior to DBIs?
No, Your Honor, and driver's license is eligible.
Got it. All right, Ms. Spicer, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. You are, as of now, not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. It is a part of your bond condition, meaning that if you violate this condition, you will be arrested, you will go to jail, no more PR bonds. Do you understand? Ma'am, do you have the ability to hire a lawyer? Okay, I need you to fill out an application for me. I'll make sure, or I'll see whether you qualify. If you do, then I'll give you a lawyer today. Deputy Miranda will give you an application. I'll have you sign it with Victoria. We'll have you take your seat in the jury box, and then we'll get you with all the paperwork. Please. You were on bond for a theft case, and now you picked up another theft case. You now stand charged yet again with another theft. You're facing another 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On February 7th, 2025, the complainant observed the defendant trying on sunglasses in their store in the Galleria Mall. And after the defendant left the store, the complainant noticed the sunglasses were missing. The complainant then reviewed surveillance in which he was able to see the defendant putting the sunglasses in his front right pocket and leaving the store passing all points of sale. The complainant then flagged down an officer who was able to locate and detain the defendant. The defendant was wearing the sunglasses on his face and admitted to concealing them. The sunglasses were valued at $350.
Mr. Taylor, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I am now revoking your bond on the first case. Goes with you. Unacceptable. We will not continue to give you PR bonds. This is your third one. No more. I will appoint you a lawyer today, but you're staying with me. No going to the gallery at all. Was the prior theft at the Galleria as well?
It was at a CVS, Your Honor.
Okay. No going to any CVS's, and I don't want you at the Houston Galleria. Do you understand? If I find that you, I don't know if you're going to get out. You get out, you pick up a third case, I'm going to go absolutely nuts on the bond. Do you understand? Goes with you. I'm sorry, Mr. Downey. I had a bunch of windows open, so I didn't see you.
I apologize. Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you have an
Sorry,
arraignment?
Sorry, I'm up in Dallas and just trying to figure out my own computer.
That's okay. Do you have an arraignment as well?
No, sir, I do not. Mine's off docket.
Okay, bear with me a second. Let me finish your arraignments and then I'll get to you.
Will do.
What is your last name, sir?
Edwards.
Edwards.
Case 4.
Octavian Edwards. Mr. Edwards, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On February 7th, 2025, at approximately 10:04 p.m., the officer observed a vehicle with an expired registration as of December 2023. A traffic stop was initiated and the officer made contact with the defendant, the driver, and sole occupant of the vehicle. The officer smelled a strong odor of marijuana and observed the grip of a green handgun underneath the front center folding third seat directly within the defendant's wingspan. The officer asked the defendant how much marijuana was in the vehicle, and the defendant stated 7 grams. A PC search was conducted and the officer retrieved the handgun, which was loaded and unholstered. The officer also located a marijuana cigarette and 2 clear plastic bags containing a green leafy substance recognized as marijuana in the center console with a weight of 3 grams.
All right, Mr. Edwards, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of weapons. Do you understand? Does he have a valid Texas driver license?
It appears that his license is expired, Your Honor.
You don't have a license. You're not allowed to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. If you want to drive, go get a license, get liability insurance, and then I can take this restriction off. But if I find that you drive, it's really not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You will be signing a promise with me. This is an affidavit that you're not going to drive. And I hope that you heed this warning because I take it absolutely seriously. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care if there's a burning building. You have to go save 50 kids. Don't drive. Shoot.
There was another firearm in my vehicle. It was a rifle. Do I have the right to?
You need a lawyer. I can't give you legal advice. The only thing I'm telling you is I don't want you in possession of any weapons. So don't, because I'm going to put you in jail if I find that you violate these conditions. No more PR bonds. Do you understand? A lawyer can answer all these questions for you. I'm just not allowed to give you legal advice. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, sir? So what I'll have you do is I'll have you fill out an application. Let me take a look at it to see whether you qualify. And if you do, then I'll give you a lawyer. But above all else, do not drive. All right, I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I'm going to get you the Victoria sign a reset. We'll have you take a seat in the jury box. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions as well.